I'm Lilarhixiel. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, or welcome back if you have. I'm doing a bit of an impromptu video. I do need to do some more readings for my master numbers for this month. I'm a little bit behind, but I had a really profound experience this evening. I talk about in my videos the fact that that looks so weird. The fact that I'm trying to heal from autoimmune. I've had autoimmune disease since I was 13, maybe even before that, because I never felt like my mind was that quick or sharp or anything. So I was just sort of sitting there watching TV and I don't even know how it happened really. I just sort of, because I've been trying to focus on being a conscious thinker, whether it's what I'm looking at, whether it's online or in the world or just anywhere, just being conscious of what I'm absorbing and seeing whether I approve and accept it, or if I'm skeptical of it and denying it, and not just accepting everything that I see, and also consciously thinking of what my intentions are when I'm doing things. So I was just sort of lying there and thinking, because I talk a lot about light coding, and I just made a video about the frequency of joy and about how a lot of people's frequency for joy is broken. And I just thought, well, I wonder what it looks like. And then I could see it in my own body, light codes. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm trying to remember what part of my body I was looking at. I think it was just sort of my general body. And it looked red and dull. You could see, and it doesn't look like a language that you've ever seen before. But it was a red colour, but dull, not very strong. And then I thought, oh, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look healthy. So I just sort of consciously focused on this red light coding that I could see in my body. And I asked Spirit, okay, well, can I get rid of this? And they're like, yes. And so I said, well, I want it gone then. Get rid of it. Replace it with light coding. I want my light coding back. And then they got rid of it and immediately replaced it with this iridescent white light coding, and it was the language itself became a lot brighter. But yeah, it doesn't look like any language that we have. But yeah, and then I was just, and because I was that's right, I was sitting there just watching TV thinking, oh, I wish I had the energy to have a shower and wash my hair. And Spirit's like, well, why don't you try and do something about it then? I was like, okay. So I just closed my eyes and focused on my body, and then I saw the red, and they were obviously working with me and teaching me as I'm going along. And yeah, and then, and when you wake up in the morning, if you're not sick, you wake up and you're like, okay, I've got the energy to get up and go. And not everyone has that. Even if you're healthy and you've got to get up and go to work, you might still feel a bit the heavy and lethargic or whatever. But then, you get up and you get moving, and then you start to feel better, and your energy starts to flow, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got this. But for someone who has autoimmune disease or anything where their body is sick, you don't wake up feeling like that, and then you don't, as you get moving, feel better. If you get moving, you feel worse usually. Oh, I need to cough stuff off my lungs. My lungs are something that I was working on just after this happened. So I did this whole thing, exchanged my light coding. I was like, oh, well, hang on. Oh, that's right. Because I was like, I really wish I could have a shower. And then Spirit's like, well, why don't you then? And then why don't you figure out how to fix your energy? And I was like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with my coding. And they're like, so they showed me my energy coding, my codes for having energy. And they looked just dull and like this red colour, but not, and moving slowly actually, now that I'm remembering, moving slowly. And then I asked for that to be cleansed and cleared and gone and replaced with my light codes as they're meant to be for my highest good, for my highest benefit. So they replaced them, and it was like a snap, and they were moving quickly in one direction. It's very interesting, one direction. And I was like, how can it move in one direction? Doesn't, like, what am I connected to there? What am I connected to here? Like, what? How come shouldn't it go like in all different directions? So it was just going in one direction. And they told me that it flows from the source and then back to the source, from the source, through me, back to the source, which makes complete sense because, we're here to learn and we're a part of the source, and the source, which is God, the light, whatever you perceive a higher good power as, and everything that we go through down here, everything that we learn, that energy is constantly washing through us and going back, washing through us and going back. And I feel that as it goes back through, so many different dimensions and levels and places, but it definitely passes through the Akashic record and imprints there so that our memories and our past lives are not lost, so that wisdom and knowledge that you learn through good situations, difficult situations, is good girl, is always kept and recorded. So yeah, just replaced it, and I was like, and then like I got that feeling when I haven't had it for a very long time, but that feeling when you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I've got energy, I can go do what I need to do. And I was like, it can't be that easy. And they were like, well, get up and go then and see, if your energy lasts and you feel okay, yeah, why shouldn't it be that easy? So I was like, and I just sort of sat there for a couple of minutes and I was like, I'm still feeling this, I've got energy feeling, and I don't usually feel like that. And I was like, this is crazy. And so I put everything down and I was like, okay, I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go have a shower because it's what I wanted to do. And I feel like I've got energy after this thing happened. And so I was like, okay, I'm going. I'm going straight away. And so I went and washed my hair, which is not easy. I almost shaved my legs, but I was like, oh, I don't think they really need doing. I did them the other day. And usually when I have a shower, I'll have a shower and wash all your bits and all your skin. But I can't usually have a shower and wash my body and wash my hair and shave. I usually cannot do all of those things. I shaved my underarms, I washed my whole body, and I washed my hair. I didn't feel dizzy at the end. I usually feel really dizzy and discombobulated and like I'm going to slip or fall over, and it's scary. I didn't feel like that. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And while I'm in the shower, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that thing happened and I'm still feeling good. So as I'm like shampooing my hair and stuff, I'm like consciously, like I'm shampooing my hair, but at the same time, I'm like consciously focusing on different parts of my body. Oh, that's right. So I have my hands above my head and I'm going like this, and they were starting to hurt. And I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something wrong with the coating in my arms. And so I focus on my arms, and they've got that same red, pale, slow energy. And I was like, oh, well, that's not right. I said, can you get rid of that and replace it with the same light coating that you did for my energy? And so they got rid of it, and then my arms stopped hurting. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I washed my hair, no pain, fine. And I was like, oh, shit. While I'm washing the rest of me, like with my conditioner in my hair, let me see what else I can sort out. So I focused on my legs, and same thing, that red, slow, pale, like, and you could see the coding, like this, in this language that I don't know. Well, I do know, my higher self knows, but I I couldn't consciously read it and tell you like, oh, that symbol means this. I mean, if I focused and channeled it, I could, which I think I will do. I wouldn't be surprised if it's light language and it's the same thing that other people have tapped into. Because there are people doing light language and I'm like, oh, that's way out of my league. Apparently not. So like I've heard people speak it or sing it. I've seen some people, like one girl, I can't remember her name, but I'll link it below. She's got a YouTube and a Instagram. I think I've seen her post a light language a few times. And I'm not sure if it's that, although she writes it across like this, but that's not how I saw it up and down. Like a Chinese type language, in strands that are vertical, not horizontal. Anyway, so I did it with my legs and I get out the shower and I feel fine. Usually after a shower, I need to go lie down and have a sleep. I didn't lie down and have a sleep. I fed the dogs and then then what did I do? I fed the dogs, had a chat to Dad, helped him put his dinner on. Just like sort of got my stuff together, came back and sat in bed, and then did something I haven't done in ages, which is like curl my hair. So I've got my little crochet curlers in, and that's holding your hands like up and doing stuff, but I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. There's no pain. Usually it's too painful to even hold my hands up, which is why I've got big flabby arms, because usually I'm in too much pain to do it. But not now. And now if I have pain on my body, I'm just going to focus on it. Like I've got pain in my hand and just focus on it. Ask for the old energy to be cleared and replaced with light codes. And if that's your focus and that's your intention, especially if you can witness it in the 3D body, it'll happen. Like it's already happened. They're still clearing the energy out, all the old energy. But it's almost done. Okay. They're like, you have to focus. Stop talking, you have to focus. Wow, a bit of black energy came out. Mostly it's been like this red energy, just like yuck energy. But just then it was like this big chunk of black came out. And I always put it in, I was doing some energy work a few months ago. And and I was like, what do I do with all this yuck energy that I've just cleared? And then and then they brought forward this bin made of like just like a little, like a bin that you just put paper in by your desk, and put it in front of me, and they're like, here you go, it's the waste bin of cosmic justice. And I was like, all right then, in it goes. So when I need to get rid of energy, because like I know some people like send energy into Mother Earth, but I'm like, shit man, she's got enough fucking problems. I don't want to give her any more. So I'm like, well, I'm not sending it to Mother Earth. I don't just want to send it anywhere. Like, give me something to put it in. And so they put this bin in front of me and they said, here you go. It's the waste bin of cosmic justice. And I was like, oh, well, I like the sound of that. So I think that they just sort of transmute things, sort through things. And if there's a piece of energy that needs to go back to someone for their own lesson, then they'll send it back. So it's the waste bin of cosmic justice. So if you need the waste bin of cosmic justice to throw some old energy in, like, you know about it now. I didn't know it exists, and then they just showed it to me. And I'm sure that you could call upon it as well. Pain in my hand is gone. It's just gone. It was hurting. Like, it's a little bit achy at my wrist now. But they're like, we're just going to go through your body in like the next 24, 48 hours, maybe even a few days, and keep clearing stuff. So, all right, I'll do that later, otherwise I'll lose my train of thought. So they're like, oh, we're going to keep working. I'm like, okay, go for it, carry on. So yeah, like, and I get how this sounds. But like, I know my body. I know what it feels like to be in this body. I know how it usually reacts when I do something like just washing my hair. And I've curled it. Like, it's I've just done curls around here and then like a couple extra here. So I didn't do like my whole head. But usually I can't even wash my hair without needing to then go lie down, let alone have a shower, shave, wash my body, wash my hair, then feed my animals, and just like, I was lying there like, oh, I'm so fucking tired, like, I just wish I could go have a shower. Like, you know, if you ever think that sick people are faking it, we're not. Like, I'm like, sometimes I'll be lying in bed thinking, like, you can do it, like, come on, you know, you got this, you can get out of bed, you can do it. And then I get out of bed and I'm like, oh, fuck, no, like, and then I have to lie back down. So I know my body. This is like, wow, I'm blown away. And I'm a very logical person. It's very hard for me to believe that some energetic healing has happened. And I feel like my body is going to keep trying to shift back to that old energy. But now that I know how to clear it, like, get the fuck out of my body, like, get away and replace it with the pure white light coding that is healthy and perfectly calibrated to my body, my environment, the universe, source energy. Like, I'd much rather be in that. But yeah, I just came out the shower and I was kind of doubting it. And my friend Brayley sent me this, and it says, October 4th, 2019. The universe is saying to you today, when you come out of the storm, you will not be the same person who walked in. This is what the storm is all about. What I am preparing for you is worth the wait. Trust yourself, trust the process, and trust my timing. And then at the bottom it says healing energy tool. So I'm guessing that's the source of where he got that from. But he sent that to me, and it was just as that little ego, doubtful, logical voice pops in and goes, oh, this isn't real. This can't happen. This isn't happening. And I was like, and then I read that and I cracked up laughing, and it just pulled me straight out of it. And then I was just talking to my friends saying, you know, like that, you've just really validated me and pulled me out of like a bad energy, like an energy that would have sent me back to doubting and allowing that negative doubt energy, and then also allowing that horrible coding back into my body, like no, you know, because there's that fear, like, you know, when you've been sick for a long time, like I've been sick since I was 13 and I'm 31 now. And actually that's interesting, isn't it? Got sick when I was 13 and now I'm 31. It's like 1331. That's an interesting thought. I'm gonna write it down. See what I can get from that. So, oh, actually that is very interesting. Now that I've just seen it written out, because ones are like a gateway, it's a portal, and then threes are about joy, expression, creativity, but it's also about Christ consciousness, especially because it's 3-3. But a 3 on its own can also represent that Christ energy, but also that of like, it's not like martyr energy, but it's kind of like victim energy, where you kind of attract some not so nice things sometimes. I just looked at the thing, it said 1919. I was like, okay, I'll take that. But yeah, when you've been sick for so long, and like I in a sense I was very lucky because I was sick from such a young age, and I just didn't get better. By the time I left high school, they were like, oh, well, she's never going to get better. She's probably never going to work. So they put me on disability pension. That is incredibly hard to get now. And I have considered myself very lucky to have had that, even though it's not much money at all. And there is that worry, like, oh, what if I recover and then I lose that money and then I get sick again and I can't get that money back, and then I'm sick and I can't work and I'm just fucked, basically. There's that fear, which is completely irrational and not 5D at all. But a thought occurred to me a few weeks ago and I just haven't let it go. I'm like, I'm going to hold on to that, because if I forget this thought, it'll send me back into negative thinking. And the thought was, what if, instead of all that negative thought, I'm like, what if I get better and I have the energy and I can work any job that I want, anywhere in the world? Because if I have energy, nothing can stop me. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I can follow my intuition, I can do what I need to do, and the universe will lay everything out at my feet. So I've changed from the negative what if to the positive what if. And then this has happened, and it's just like blown my mind, to be honest. Like, I am a logical person, and there was that part of my brain that wanted to go back and be like, oh, this can't be real. This isn't real. And as I've just said that, it said 2121, like, yeah. But yeah, and then my friend sent me this thing, like, amazing, and I hadn't even checked it, so I think he probably actually sent it when all of this energy stuff was happening. And, like, it's crazy, but I didn't see it until the moment I was starting to go, oh, this isn't real, this can't be real. And then I checked my phone and that was there. This message that's like, the universe is saying to you today, when you come out of the storm, you will not be the same person who walked in. This is what the storm is all about. What I am preparing for you is worth the wait. Trust yourself, trust the process, and trust my timing. Like, and at the end it's like, trust. And I was like, oh my God, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, once you're on your path and you're doing all the right things, there's no room for, oh, is this the right thing? Oh, this can't be real, because the universe is like in your face. Like, they don't give up on you and they don't let you slip back into that negative. They're like, no, we've got her now. So, like, they just worked through my friend to make this happen. To stop my brain from going to that negative, oh, this isn't real. No, this is real, because I know my body. It's been years since I could have a shower and not need to have a nap. And I was exhausted all day. I was like, oh, well, there's no way I'm showering till tomorrow, let alone washing my hair and curling it. Like, this is not my normal, guys, okay? And I'm posting this because I want to be honest about it. And as like a memo to myself, so that if, God forbid, I do slip back into that energy, which can happen, you know, getting out of and changing any energy, whether you're going from 3D to 5D or sick to healthy or negative to positive, whatever your situation is, employed to not employed, like, you just, it is a juggling act. And it's like, you've learnt the lesson, let's test her again, make sure she's really got it. Okay, she's learned it again, but she's gone even further this time. And so you do this back and forth, but every time you go back, you don't go as far back, and then it pushes you further forward. And then you don't go as far back, and it pushes you further forward. Like, so you do sometimes go back a bit, but then you go forward. And you go more forward than what you were last time. And when you fall back, it's not actually as far as what you went back. It's just a test. It's like, okay, do you really want to be in this energy? No, you don't. Okay, so go back to what you were doing before. So this is my, in case I forget, I'm going to do some work on my brain. Brain, light, codes. And I think they've been saying to me for a while. And to me, I was like, no, that can't be real. That's not a thing. Because I am very skeptical, and I am the kind of person where I'm like, I found out about star seeds and I was like, oh, that's not me. I'm not that important. and then, you know, and then, like, you just sort of find more and more out, and then you're like, oh, shit, maybe I am. And then I learned about Blu-rays, and it was literally like reading a fucking manifesto of my life in one blog. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. Yeah, this seems about right. So I think they've been saying to me for a while that, because I heard them say it to me earlier tonight, and then I realised, I think they've been trying to tell me this for a while, and I was like, I couldn't even hear it, because I was like, no, I'm not that person, I'm not that special, I'm not that important. You know, we're all our own worst critic. So they said to me you are a celestial light coder. And I was like, no, like, come on, guys, come on, like, I'm not that important. And they're like, well, we'll show you then. They did. So, yeah, at the moment, oh, wow, I'm really dizzy right now. But it's like, I don't know what just happened, but it was like they just gave me a big download. Like, I felt this on the side of my head, like, not like dizzy, I'm going to pass out and fall over. It's like, whoa, I'm like feeling some energy right now. That's really cool. I wrote down brain light codes. That's probably, they're like, yes, you gave us permission. Thank you. So now they're working. So I've been talking about living consciously, like conscious creativity, because what you think you create. And if you're, to me, conscious, it means the focus. What are you focused on? Are you consciously creating something and doing it quickly? Because if you're conscious, it means that you're laser focused on something, and so you create it that much faster, because it's not just this willy-nilly energy. No, like you're focused on it. So conscious creativity. And something else that we have to let go of, when we've been sick or troubled or whatever it is, procrastinating for a long time, we have to realize that, as that thing that I've already read out twice, I won't read it a third time, as that thing said, you know, everything happens when it's meant to happen, you know, divine timing. I really like this saying, and it's like a rip-off of another saying. It's like, there's a time for everything, and everything happens in its time. So, yeah, like, we can't beat ourselves up like, oh, what if I get healthy and then I'm like, oh, like, I wasted all that time. Like, you know, there's so many places that your brain goes to. And to be fair to sick people, when you are sick, your brain plays tricks on you. And that's not to say that it can make you paranoid, although it can. You know, your body, when there's bacteria and things that are out of control that are making you really sick, I'm just writing something down, because if I don't, I'll forget and they can go to work. So when you've got this bacteria in your body they call your gut the second brain, because you create like, it's like 70 or 8, even maybe 80% of your serotonin in your brain. It's not in your gut, not in your brain. So when your gut health is really bad and you're really sick and your body can't create the right amount of serotonin, and it's also then you've got leaky gut and it's releasing bacteria into your body, which is going through your blood stream, which goes into your brain, and then when you're sick, when you're really, really sick, especially with autoimmune disease, it's systemic. It's your body, it's your brain, it's everything. And so sometimes we say things to ourselves that are not true, not realistic, not logical, not reality at all. But it's not our fault. It's not. And I would never blame anyone or say, oh, well, you know, you just need to fix your light codes. Like, Jesus. I'm just as skeptical as the next person. But like when you've been sick for a long time, you know what your body feels like, and then for it to just flip, and the only thing that changed was you became aware of the light coding in your body and shifted it and got rid of the old crap and brought in the new. Like, and I'm just focusing on it because it keeps wanting to shift back, but I mean, it's been like that. I was thinking possibly my whole life. But then it's like the coding got sicker and slower and less functional. But it's like, no, I need to get rid of that, replace it with the light coding, and like push all the old shit out and put it in the waste bin of cosmic justice, because I don't need that shit anymore. You know, I've got energy, and if I've got energy, I can start my own business. I can do light code treatments on other people, which will then not just help other people, but it will also validate it for myself, because I'm a very logical person. And maybe that's translation for a very egotistical person, you know, like my ego is very in control. So yeah, like, I don't even know what else to say, but I might draw some cards, like, just to sort of keep validating myself. Like, I want to keep doing that so that the doubt doesn't have a chance to creep back in. So, oh, my little baby. It's okay. Oh my God, you look so funny. Oh, Mum. That's the grounding mat. This one, they're like, yes, that's good energy for you. It's the James Van Prague deck. Oh, really? All right then. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I as soon as I picked up and shuffled the deck, the first card went to the bottom of the deck. And then I shuffled a few others like across, and then I was aware of the top card just sort of wanting to slide out on its own. And so I was like, no, like that quickly, seriously? The first card to come out, Know Your Truth. The second card, I'll do it so that it's the right way for you guys. So Know Your Truth came out first. And then Thoughts Create Your Reality. And literally, what was I just saying? Like, I need to read the cards and like revalidate myself and keep validating myself so that doubt and all that ego bullshit can't, like, even just saying the word doubt and I'm like, ugh, like it feels gross. So you don't want to actually have that thought and put it into, ugh, like, no, ugh, like it feels gross. I don't like it. This one? Patience is a virtue. It really has been, honestly. Like, there's been some years with my health that I thought I was going to fucking die. I was really sick. Really sick. Honestly, you just can't make this stuff up. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God. Feel joy in all you do. Literally made a video about joy coding like a day or two ago. Oh my God. And actually, if you look at these cards, let me get my trusty thing here. I'll put them up in order. Yeah. This is so funny. Okay. Honestly, you can't. And honestly, I'm not making this up. I haven't orchestrated this because, to be honest, I couldn't be fucked. So, you've got Know Your Truth, and it's got like light rays and stuff. But then you get to Thoughts Create Your Reality. And it starts to look microchippy. Can you see the lines? All the lines in the background? And then you get to the third card. Sorry. Oh, no, yeah, that is the third card. Patience is a virtue, which also look microchippy, same as this one. And then you get to feel joy in all you do, and you can actually see it's got a bit, I think it's got a bit of, it doesn't have the microchippy stuff, but if you see in this corner and in this corner, it has what looks like code. It's just numbers. I think it's just zeros and ones. Yeah, it's just zeros and ones. But there's literally coding on that card. Like, seriously, you cannot make this up. I honestly couldn't be bothered. Like, could I have orchestrated this? Yeah. But who the fuck could be bothered? Crazy. It's funny. Make each day count. And that, to me, that doesn't mean like, oh, that you've wasted time. It just means your slowness and your being late to the party. It's not late to the party. If you were meant to be there earlier, you would have been. You know, everything happens in divine timing. You can't force it or rush it. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. I'm just going to do 3 from this deck because I've already done 4 from the James Van Prague. Give me divine reassurance, please, angels. They're like, yes, that one on the bottom. Mintercan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Yeah, I think part of the lack of joy for a lot of star seeds and light seeds, and maybe a bit of that lethargic energy, is because there's a part of you that's like, oh, I just want to go home. Like, we know, like, oh, we don't belong here. Let me go home, please. Oh, that's nice. That's a good card. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? By fixing my light codes. That's how I can mother myself. Because I've been talking about light codes for a while now. Like the joy coding. I know I've mentioned it in a lot of videos. But I didn't really fully know what that meant, and I didn't think it was going to be my job to actually fix light coding. I was like, oh, like, that's way above my pay grade. That's how I felt. But no, apparently not. So this has been a crazy evening. It's like 9:33. Like, Jesus. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't think there is anything left to say. There's probably going to be a lot more videos like this. Hopefully it wasn't too long and boring. I know Addie won't feel that way. My panda. My mama panda, Addie. But yeah, I'm like, oh, there's going to be more videos like this. Because now that they've managed to... And they had to clear me of my doubt in my own ability and my doubt in the tools that I use, because and that was, I just did a video on that was a part of the Stargate 33. That's been a part of my journey, and they had to take me down into the depths of it energetically so that I could clear it and move forward with a stronger sense of faith and a stronger connection to them, which it is now, because like, I can't believe what's just come through. Like, I can't believe it. Yeah, and I mean, seeing how things go, I might even have to make a second channel at some point about the celestial light codes, coding celestial light coder, I don't know, something like that. because I think more people are going to need to know about this. They're like, start channeling symbols now. You've got a lot of work to do. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. I tell you what, they woke me up like 4 or 5 or maybe even just 3 days ago. Like, Envoy of the Light, what is it? I've got it here somewhere. No. Is that it? No. Here it is. Here it is. I've got my notepad, otherwise I forget things. So they woke me up, and as I was waking up, I heard, Envoy of the Light, we need you to deliver our messages. And then, like a day or 2 days later, they started to talk to me about joy coding. Like, it's crazy. It's completely mental. So, oh, okay. I'll just say this before we go, because I had made a couple of little notes about, like, information that they brought through. They did keep saying, you are a celestial light coder, and I didn't believe them until this evening, because they're like, we'll make a believer out of you. They're like, we can do that now. We have actually cleared all your blockages. It's just that now it's like, now I just need to lay down the firm belief that, yeah, this is real. Okay, so broken light codes look red and weak. The signal, so like the energetic signal is pale, and they move really slow. Pristine light codes look iridescent white with a really like strong bright signal, and they move really quickly. And I even saw this image, and I'm still not sure what it is. I'm just going to ask them to clarify that for me later. They'll do it in their own time. But yeah, like, well, I'm just going to go and continue to be in my, like, what the fuck just happened. And actually, I'm going to do the last few MasterCard readings for October. Because I was like, oh, I'm not going to have the energy. I just won't do it this month. Well, I feel fine now. And, you know, look, I'm sure my body's going to try and shift back to what it knows, even though it's negative and blech, and, like, just thinking about it. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want the light codes. They feel really nice. I don't want the broken light codes. I want the pristine light codes. Like, oh, yes, give that to me all day. So I'm going to go and do some more videos. So you'll see me like this in the last few master videos. And take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay. So basically, when I need to have a rest, because this is going to be a lot of work, and I'm not just going to do it in one night. So, if you have any questions, do let me know. Put something in the comments. Yeah, I'm just going to go and be miffed somewhere else. Bye. Oh, wait. No, I didn't do my outro, and it's a nice outro. I like it. So, I'm going to love and leave you. Take 3 for luck. Bye.